Hey guys, what is going on? It's your boy SCOREBOARD back with another video. In today's video guys, as you guys can see from the title of this video, I'm going to be making a animated scoreboard today with a player count to see how many people are online for your server. This is the setup right here. It's a pretty simple setup, but if you guys can see in the bottom right, we can see players online. We're going to get one of my head commanders to join the server right now. Just to show you guys that this does work. So if we just get one of my head admins to join, yeah, see it says players online 1 out of 10. Someone joins, you'll see that redstone there will flicker, as you can see, and we have some redstone blocks going off over here, and you see players online now is 2. As you guys see, scoreboard refreshed, and now we've got 2 players online. And also, if we can just get the head admin to now leave, and you'll see that this all happens again, and you'll see that that counts down just like that right there, and it goes back down to players online 1 out of 10. Now, there's a lot of rumors going around saying that this only goes up to 7. I have tested it. It can go all the way up to 10, so don't listen to them rumors, guys, and you guys can just ignore this here as well. This has got nothing to do with it, but we're going to be looking at this. So guys, first off, what we're going to do is we're going to make our scoreboard. So you want to make a scoreboard simply by setting a scoreboard objectives, add main, or whatever you do, whatever you want to call it, and then dummy, and then whatever you want to call it on the dummy, as you guys can see right there. So we've got a scoreboard for REALMS factions here. And you want to make this in a straight line. I've got mine a little curved here, so just make this on a flat and make it straight. You don't need to have this curve. And then we're going to make chain blocks from here, and we're going to set the display to sidebar, which is on the right hand side of the screen. We've got another one that adds different things. Obviously, this is scoreboard player set season 3 main to 100, and as you guys see on the right hand side, it says season 3, and then again we've got an airspace, and we've got owner main, and all that sort of stuff. So once you set up your scoreboard, so I'm not going to be doing a tutorial on how to make a scoreboard. There's plenty of tutorials out there, guys. If you do want a full tutorial on how to make a scoreboard looking like this, then obviously you guys can tell me down in the comments below. But other than that, once you've set up your scoreboard, you want to set up the areas where it says players online. So as you guys see, these are the 2 chain blocks here. Now for mine is scoreboard players set, and then in quotation marks we've got players online, and then we've put it onto the scoreboard that's called main, and we've set it to have a score of 87, so it stays in place right there, guys. And also, if we look at this one, this is the one that we're going to be changing a lot. So as you guys see, for right now it's saying 1 out of 10 in square brackets, of course. So scoreboard players set, we've got 1 out of 10, main 86, so it's getting set to a score of 86, which is just below. If we just get one of our head admins to join again, you guys will see that this chain block will change. So as you guys see, right now it's 1 out of 10, and if we just get a head admin to join, let's see if he joins. May take a few seconds. Okay, I'm guessing that the admin isn't joining. Okay, that's fine. But this command block changes to 2 out of 10. And this right here is just a setup that we'll get to later on in the video. You do need this. This is a refresh to make sure the scoreboard refreshes. But this command block here will be getting set, will be getting changed. So let's take a look at this setup right here to detect how many players are in the game. So that's just for the scoreboard. Like I said, we'll be changing that soon. But we now need to move on to this setup. So once you've got this, your scoreboard, okay, we do have one of the admins joint. So as you guys see, once we check this is all done, we'll see that the scoreboard refreshes in just a second. There we go. Now we can actually look inside here. As you can see, it says 2 out of 10 now, so that changed. And that's simply because of this one right here. As you guys see, 2 out of 10. But, so yeah. We are going to be looking at this system right here. So we're going to build this first. Okay, so once you've built your scoreboard and you've got it all in, you've got you've got your repeat command block, which is on needs redstone and repeat, and then all the chain blocks are on chain, unconditional, always active, and on a 0-tick delay. Make sure you've got your scoreboard laid out in a chain, okay? Because we're going to be changing the scoreboard a lot here. So what we're going to do now is we're going to be placing down a repeat command block. So if you look inside this repeat command block, you'll see where it says block type repeat. The condition is going to be unconditional. The redstone is going to be always active. Execute on first tick is going to be on, and the delay ticks is going to be 40. Now if we look inside the command input here, it's simply test for space at A. So at all players. Once you've done that, you want to put a comparator on each side of the command block, and on one side of the command block we're going to put a comparator down, and then we're going to put redstone, and then we're going to be putting down an observer, and make sure the observer is facing into this command block. So make sure the face sees the redstone and the pulse is inside of the impulse command block. Now we're going to be placing an impulse and 3 chain command blocks. Now for the first impulse, the setup for this is going to be the conditions unconditional, the redstones needs redstone, and the delay ticks is going to be half a second, which is 10 ticks. If we go to the command input here, we're going to be looking at set block. We're going to put -18530 air. Now what that is doing, guys, that is setting this right here to air. So it's setting this redstone here to air. So obviously my coordinates are different to yours, but your coordinates will be where I'm standing right now for this piece of redstone on the other side of the command block, which we'll get to building in just a second. Now guys, for the second command block, we're going to have a block type chain. The conditions are going to be unconditional, the redstone is going to be always active, and the delay ticks is going to be 10 ticks once again. It's going to be the exact same this time, which is set block and then the same coordinates as I told you before, and then instead of air it's going to be redstone underscore wire. So what that's doing currently, it's destroying this redstone and replacing it. So as you can see, it refreshes these command blocks here to do different things. If we didn't have that in place, then this would just constantly be on, and then this one will turn on, and this one will turn on, and this one will turn on, and then when someone leaves, these will already be on, so it won't update these again. So that's why we need to have this to be destroyed and replaced. So once you've got that set up, you're going to look in this command block now, and this is going to be block type chain. Condition is going to be unconditional. The redstone is going to be always active, and lane ticks is going to be 0. And this is simply going to set a redstone block over to our reset device. So let's make a refresh device. Okay, so our refresh device, where the redstone block is going to be placed, which mine is going to be there where the black stained glass is, that's where my redstone block gets placed. So we're going to place a command block above that, which block type is repeat. The conditions are going to be unconditional, the redstone is going to be needs redstone, and the lane ticks is going to be 30. And that is simply for the command input is /set block tilde tilde -1 tilde air. And that simply just sets this redstone block to air after a 1.5 seconds, which is 30 ticks. Now we're going to look at these command blocks here. So this command block is going to be the scoreboard command. So it's going to be block type repeat, unconditional, needs redstone, and the lane tick is going to be 0. And this is going to be /scoreboard objectives remove, and then the name of your scoreboard. So remember the scoreboard that we made earlier before this video, which obviously mine is add main. So this command block right here is deleting it. Okay, so it's removing main. Okay, that's why I told you to make a command block scoreboard, so you don't have to keep on adding it manually. You can simply just remove it, and then this will just set up your scoreboard once again. Now what you want to do in this second command block here, that's going to set a redstone block. So it's going to be block type chain, unconditional, always active, and delaying ticks is going to be 10. And that is simply /set block and then a certain set of coordinates, redstone underscore block, and that's simply just setting the redstone block here. And this command block here, above where the redstone block is going to be set, so or next to your command block setup, whatever you do for your scoreboard, this is going to be block type repeat, unconditional, needs redstone, and delaying tick is going to be 105, and that's simply just setting the redstone block to air after 105 ticks. Make sure that the ticks are exact in this, otherwise you're going to have some issues. For the third one, it's going to simply called refresh again, so this just removes the scoreboard again, and then this one sets the redstone block back there again, and they're all the same setup, but this one's going to be delaying ticks 106, and this one is going to be delaying ticks 0. Once you've set that machine up, we can now get started on the last command block. The last command block simply sets the redstone block once again to here, just like that, and obviously that removes it. So basically it deletes the scoreboard, adds it again, updates the scoreboard, deletes it, and then adds it again. Now you're probably wondering why it does that. It's just to make sure that the scoreboard gets updated a couple of times to make sure you don't have two of the same values, like 1 out of 10 players and 2 out of 10 players on the scoreboard at the same time. That prevents it from happening, so you only have the correct amount of players online. So once you've made that little tower, we're going to go to the other side of the command block now. I'm going to put a redstone comparator. Now this right here is the tricky part, okay? So it's the same, but it's tricky because all of the command blocks have to have these precise delaying ticks. Okay, it has to have the exact delaying ticks that I give you here, okay? So from where the redstone wire was getting deleted and replaced, the redstone, we're going to go to the right of that and place a repeater. Then for the second one, we're going to go to the left and place a repeater. Third one, right. Fourth one, left. Fifth one, right. Sixth one, left. 7 one, right. 8 left. 9 right. 10 left. So once you've set up all your repeaters, we're now going to look inside of this command block. This command block is now going to be the same command block that we used for all the other ones, but the block type is going to be impulse, the condition is going to be unconditional, the redstones needs redstone, and the delaying ticks is 1. For the second one that we do, it's going to be the exact same, of course. Delaying ticks is going to be 2. For the command input for every single one of these, we're going to put /clone, and then tilde tilde 1 tilde, space tilde tilde 1 tilde, space, and then the coordinates of the end of your scoreboard chain. So where we was putting these before, as you can see, 2 out of 10 now, where it was 1 out of 10 before, I like to symbolize it using like a log or something like that, but that's the coordinates there, as you guys can see. This is the exact coordinates, so that's where we're pasting it at the end of our scoreboard chain. Okay, so this is what we're changing. Now if you have things after this, don't worry, you can just paste it in the middle of your scoreboard. That's perfectly fine. So guys, as you guys can see, once you've placed down your impulse and set the coordinates up for it, and the delaying ticks is number 1 for your first command block, above that you want to have an impulse, a chain command block with your command block in. So obviously this one is for when one player's online, so that's going to be for the first repeater. So we're going to clone this command block. So as you can see, the arrow is facing that way, and our scoreboard's facing that way also. So we need all of these ones to be facing that way when you place them. Just keep that in mind, guys. But because this is number 1, because as you can see it's the first repeater, that means that we're going to have the first command block have a delaying tick in number 1, and the first chain command block is going to be 1 out of 10 players. Okay, so make sure you have that in there. Okay, then for the second one, of course, it's going to be delaying ticks 2 because it is the second command block, and the chain block in here is going to be 2 out of 10 players, and make sure that is the delaying tick in 0 as well. For the third one, yep, you guessed it, it's a delaying ticks 3, and for the chain block it's going to be 0 ticks, and it's going to have 3 out of 10 players. Okay, now all of these are going to have the same score, If you guys want to copy this command, then you can go ahead straight away. Just mess around with the scores to make sure that you have the scores in the right place on the scoreboard, otherwise it's going to be looking a lot messy. But yeah guys, so as you can see, it's the exact same. So number 4 is going to be 4, and obviously the command block here is going to be 4 out of 10. So just do that all the way up to 10 players, and simply what we're telling it to do is every single time it gets updated, that refreshes our scoreboard. This then refreshes the redstone to make sure that these are doing, obviously making sure that over there gets changed to the correct chain block, and then over here these redstone blocks, if you put them in the right order, you'll always have a redstone block there at the end, and then it will disappear, and then you will always have your correct command block down here, which is 2 out of 10. So if we just get the admin to leave the realm real quick, you guys will see what happens here. So as you guys can see, that refreshes, that gets added onto 1 player's, and then we saw a redstone block flicker here. We see a redstone block get destroyed and placed again. The scoreboard refreshed, and now if we look in this command block here, you will see that it is 1 out of 10. And if we look over here for the first command block here, this is 1 out of 10 players. Now I know this has been a long video and it's going to be a little bit confusing if you're new to commands, so make sure you're somewhat of a moderate command block person. You know commands in Minecraft, you've done scoreboard commands before, but before doing this guys, just make sure you do have a scoreboard already planned out on screen, because it's going to take you a little bit of time to make a scoreboard and try and copy me. But it's been your boy Solus, and if I didn't explain this well enough, let me know down in the comments. And if you want me to do a full tutorial where I completely rebuild this on another world, then let me know down in the comments below, and I will completely rebuild this in front of you so you can understand me a little bit more, and so I can go a little bit slower. But guys, one more thing before I end this video. I'm sorry for the late upload. As you guys can see, for the time right now for me, it is 9 PM at night. So this video is probably going to go out at about 10, maybe 11, something like that. But I haven't been posting every 2 to 3 days like I used to, simply because I have a lot of work to do on Season 3. And you guys can see some sneak peeks right there, like starter kit for the help manager and stuff like that. We also have a merchant, as you guys can see. So there's some sneak peeks, and if you go onto my Discord, which is on the right hand side of the screen, there is the code right there, which is our brand new code. It's D8WJNWN. If you just type that in and go to our Discord, then you guys can see some sneak peeks in the announcements as well. But anyway guys, make sure to subscribe to my channel, like the video if you did like it, and let's get me to 1,000 subscribers by the end of 2021. It's been your boy Solus. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Peace.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face, tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.